Part 1 of Let's Talk About the Sun and Moon Show Family AU. Full-fledged video.
Hello everybody, it's me, Starlight Heart. Anyways, what are we talking about today? Oh yeah, my AU. Better known as the Sun and Moon Show Family AU, or just the Family AU for short. Whatever you want to talk about it, call it, whatever. Lore, character design choice, and yeah. Let's talk Lunar. Obviously, if you read his character sheet, you would know that he is scared of the Blood Moon twins. Gosh, I can't speak English, really. I should be able to, though, really. And some might be like, well, it's called the Family AU, and Rowan said he's not evil, so aren't the Blood Moon twins also not evil? Because you just said they liked horror games and practicing special effects like creepy makeup and stuff. Well, that's sort of why Lunar is scared of them. See, in Lunar's household, they are not really allowed to watch, like, YouTube and stuff. They do not watch it. They watch, like, kid shows, TV, and whatever's online that's appropriate for them. Right? So, obviously, sometimes the Blood Moon twins, being still very Blood Moon twins, they, instead of being evil, they do really scary pranks on the kids in the neighborhood sometimes, and Lunar solve them with, while they were practicing one of their special effects makeup tricks and stuff, like, because they are practicing stuff to be possibly people who work on movies, because what else would you do with that talent? I mean, you can also be a TikToker, but that's not your dream, right? And yeah, so he saw Bloody go down to Mooney's arm, and it looked like he actually took a big old bite out of it, and just a bunch of blood came out, which was tomato juice, obviously, because they don't have too much expensive stuff, and they were just testing something out. Of course, he didn't bite her. It was just like a test thing, so she didn't get actually hurt, but Lunar didn't know that. He was super far away. He screamed and ran away and never trusted them again. Which I would also feel sort of the same way, but I would probably actually talk to them. Yeah, that's why he's scared. He's also sort of scared of Ruin, just because he's their older sibling. Earth lore, she's not actually one of the Nova Star sisters' siblings' children. She was adopted when Moon was probably 5 or maybe 7, I don't know. And she basically never knew her birth parents anyway, so yeah, they were basically her only family, at least that she ever got to meet and actually cared about her and stuff. Well, her other family might have cared for her. It's just she doesn't know that because obviously she didn't grow up with them. And honestly, they sort of did tell her she was adopted. She had very bad memory whenever she was little, so she doesn't remember everything anyway, so like she was just like, oh, I'll probably forget anyways, it doesn't matter. I love you guys, and you guys took care of me, like, my whole life, so, yeah. Thank you for giving me a chance. Her memory's better now. They fixed it, mostly. She's okay now. Anyways, can you tell what character she is a reference to by her design? I bet you can't. Guess in the comments. Blood, blood, and blood, and blood. That was kind of weird. Anyways, the Blood Moon twins. Personally, my favorite. As you saw for like few minutes, it might actually still be going on when I'm saying this, I don't know. I was gonna make one of them be in a wheelchair, but I just thought it didn't fit the characters. Like, it would have been cool, but like at the same time, it's like, for the story I was thinking for them, I don't think it would really add anything to their story. Obviously, if this was an actual show, personally, I think I would rather have Ruin not have crutches and actually be in a wheelchair, so. And I sort of used that idea for Ruin anyway, so I thought, if I was going to give them a disability, I think it would be like a different type of disability. Yeah. And I love giving them different body types and all this stuff. Also, those legs, girl, those legs, I'm so glad I covered those up, because what were those legs? What were those legs? Girl was about to snap her leg bone. What was that? Ew. Anyways, lore. So the Blood Moon twins are basically the same, except they're not allowed to drink blood, obviously, and I sort of like the idea of making it where their hands sort of look like they are messied up from from killing, even though they don't kill, just as a reference to their characters, their original characters. Also, yes, the shirt, even though many people will not recognize this, I sort of gave up on the idea, but I wanted to reference 80s and 2000s and all these different types of themes in their outfits. I think I failed, but just know I sort of tried. And I looked up emo for that. Yes, she's supposed to be emo. A cup of tea makes it. Anyways, yes, Ruin time. He's the one that took the longest out of them all for some reason. Yeah. Oh yes, it's Ruin time, baby. Anyways, Ruin lore. His legs are like sort of weak, so he can walk by himself. It's just he can't walk too good by himself. So he doesn't really walk too much by himself, but he can do it if he really needs to. If it's like a situation, he can walk, but not run. Yeah, that would end badly. And his little Blood Moon twin siblings just annoy him for no reason. Also, we don't know how he got British because nobody else in the family is British. Maybe it came from his dad, which we don't know, but who knows? Probably not. Maybe that's why their dad left. He cried in British. Anyways, more lore. His eyesight, I'm not gonna say in which eye it's not good, but one of his eyes are not that good. You can probably guess which eye, but you guys can fight over that in the lore. I'll tell you which one is right. Okay? You can fight that part of the lore in the comments. I don't care. Yeah, and also his walkers, or his wheelchair, which he probably would have a wheelchair that he would use more often than his walkers. They have stickers on them. I just didn't know where to put them, but they would definitely have like stickers and maybe like writing on them that he drew on there, or his little siblings drew on there whenever they were like littler. Yeah. Jeez, McWeeze, I need to start talking faster. It takes forever just for me to explain one thing. Mr. Moonman. Oh, yes. Moon. Why do I keep on always drawing their legs looking so weird, bro? Anyways, there's not too much to say about Moon. He's basically how you would imagine him. Like, he is also very much into tech like Solar is, which I took this trait from at least the Moon I sort of grew up with in the show. He was very tech control. I hope I said that right. I cannot speak for some reason. I'm really bad at it, whatever. And yeah, I think he's the best one out of them all by design. Like, by that I mean how his body is, with how his hands and like how his hat and stuff work, like how the gradient is basically. But I do want to add one thing that I didn't add in his thingy. Yes, of course, thingy. His arms and stuff, they would have like, you would see them better in the dark, where it would like actually like sparkle and stuff, because he has, like, they do have magic. It's just not all of them know how to control it, and not all of them are born naturally being able to use that said magic. Yeah, that's sort of how they get the pattern on some of them. But yeah, some of them are technically still robots in a way, and it's just how they were made. Like for Jack, he doesn't have the magic, but it's mainly just because he's not supposed to. Solar didn't make him to protect anyone, so yeah, that's why he doesn't have it. Yeah, so what the dear? I really should stop trying to do their voices while I'm doing this. I mean, I didn't for Lunar, I don't think, but I really need to stop. It's not worth it, but it sort of is. Anyways, for Dazzle, I made her younger, and I used to watch a show about animals. Like, actually, I rewatched it so many times, so I really hope I didn't get this wrong. But I remembered something about it saying that deers don't get their horns until they're a little older. I don't know if that's for only certain deers or what. Also, she does have spots. Man, I'm making these all so fast. I was making them all so fast because, I mean, like, not that I don't want to, but I'm trying to make them a little faster, because for some reason I spent a whole longer than an hour on the British man. I seriously don't understand that, because I didn't even make him completely how I wanted him to look, so I'm probably going to have to redesign him anyways. Mainly just the legs. I didn't like those legs. I don't know why I keep doing this, but okay. I gave him the type of paints that like poof out, like not baggy, but they like poof out, but they're not like the ones that he had, I believe. I don't know what the ones he originally has are called. But basically, yeah, he's a little artsy and he's a cleaner. He loves taking care of Jazzle. And someone recommended that I should add a thing where it says whether or not they're dating or they are not dating someone because they don't want to or they're looking for a partner. Sun is single because Sun doesn't want a partner. Solar is single just because he literally doesn't think he needs one. And he doesn't get out much anyway, so yeah. Jacko Moon. I used the wrong photo. What if I tried to talk like Jacko Moon the whole time to practice my impression? Should I do that? I'm gonna try to do that. I'm probably gonna forget to at some point. And that was a little off character. Anyways, he was the first one I made. And he's best friends with Lunar. And struggles to talk to people. Yeah. I don't know anything else to say about him because everything is pretty clear about his personality anyways. Oh yeah. Also, he doesn't understand that people are bullying his voice, not just calling him cool or whatever. He doesn't understand what it actually means. But people at school make fun of him. Yes, they go to school. Yeah. Okay, that kind of hurts my voice and I was doing a little terrible. Yeah. Anyways, I'm doing the outro like this, even though there's gonna be actual outro, but, I really hope you enjoyed part 1 of the full-fledged video talking about lore and character design, and just me yapping, and being silly. Part 2 will actually have more character designs and I'll talk about Solar more and dang it, I forgot the other character's name.